sorry. I would like another cup.
How about you, Amy?
Thanks.
No, thanks.
Okay.
It must be really strange being back in Port Charles. I wonder where Scotty could have gone. You'd have thought he'd at least have the decency to say goodbye. But then he's been so weird lately. You know, he stopped communicating with everybody. I mean, not even Brian or his father. And you'd never see him at the discos.
Amy, darling, why don't you talk to us about school or something, huh?
I'm sorry, Laura.
It's all right.
No, I shouldn't have brought up Scotty. Especially when you're probably thinking about Luke being locked up in jail. Maybe I better get that, huh?
Maybe you better. I'm sorry, hon.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, look who's here.
Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Hope you don't mind my just stopping by like this. Hey. Dad. Everything's gonna be just fine. I'll let you back home.
Well, maybe it would be if I'd keep my big mouth shut.
It's okay, Amy. Really, it's okay.
No, it's not. I didn't mean to upset you by mentioning Luke.
Would you like something else, honey?
Oh, Ruby, no. The toast was great, but I don't think I can eat anything else before we go.
I know just how you feel.
Look, let's just finish getting ready, okay, so we can leave?
Oh, I hate the thought of Luke in a jail cell.
Well, maybe he's safe there. Are we?
Well, I don't see anybody out there.
Yeah, well, I just hope that whoever was watching us is behind bars. Behind different bars than Luke.
Oh, it's scary.
Yeah, I know it is. I couldn't sleep very well last night even thinking about it. I mean, Ruby, do you realize that Frank Smith could be right down the corridor from him?
Yes, and he knows the right people in the right places.
Yeah. But Ramsey is not going to let anything happen to him.
Honey, if he can help it.
Thank God they caught on to Stoddard and his secretary.
Oh, let's hope they're the only ones tied into Smith.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about that, you know?
Honey, the organization is so big, and there's so many people in it. Let's keep our fingers crossed that Ramsey has gotten everybody in Smith's black book.
I hope so, because it could mean Luke's life.
Spencer, we got company.
Thank you. Morning.
I guess it is. You're visiting.
And how are you?
Lousy. I want to get out of here. When's that going to happen, Joe?
Well, I think we may get lucky and get you out in a couple of days.
A couple of days? What are you talking about, a couple of days? I told them everything I know. What do they want from me?
Wait a minute. What happened to this give-a-damn attitude you just had?
Look, Joe.
Last night I left here, man, and you couldn't have cared less if they'd thrown you in here and thrown away the key.
Right. That's when Ramsey told me I'd be held for questioning and for protective custody.
Aha. Well, I think you're going to have to get used to the idea that it's going to take a little bit of time. All the people that were listed in the black book, the people that had any connection with Smith, it's going to take some time to round them all up.
Joe, I'm not going to sit here while a bunch of
You gotta be protected, man.
I'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be okay for one reason. Because you'll be in here. The word is out on the block, man. You betrayed the organization, and you are supposed to pay the price.
Joe, the word's been out on the block for months.
Yeah, which kind of surprises me about your attitude all of a sudden. I mean, sure, you went and played Bonnie and Clyde, but that was up in Hicktown, man. You are back on the block now. This is Port Charles, and there are bad guys out there, and they want a piece of your action.
Let's give it to them.
I don't understand your attitude, man. You've been out there treading water for months just to come back to not care if you live or die.
Bingo! Give the man a rubber duck.
Well, happy birthday, Luke. You got it. There are people out there, and they care. They want you dead.
He's gonna kill me, Joe.
You know that, do you?
Look, I'll take my chances, okay? Outside.
Mm-mm. No, you won't, because I'm not going to let you.
You won't.
No, I won't.
Well, who the hell do you think you are?
Just a private eye that's been working on this Frank Smith case ever since it started, and I happen to know that you'll be dead. if you try to go out there without protection.
Oh, give me a break, Dick Tracy.
Yeah, this is a far cry from the guy that had enough sense to call me from Beecher's Corner. Do you remember when you called me? Do you remember what you said to me? Joe, I'm calling you because I trust you. Well, you were smart. You had sense. You can trust me, Luke. I just like to know what it is that's happened that's made you so bitter all of a sudden.
I'm just tired, all right?
You're hurting, man.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't.
I'm tired,
Gosh.
Luke.
You should be sitting on top of the world for what you've accomplished. You nailed Smith, but no, you're miserable. You don't care if you live or die. Why?
It doesn't matter, all right? It just doesn't matter.
Okay, here comes the big question. I have no right to ask him, but I ask it anyhow. Does it have anything to do with Laura Baldwin? Just heard some speculation out on the street. You know, people talking. You and Laura ran away. You were frightened. Nobody else around.
Look, it doesn't matter what people say about me and Laura. It doesn't matter at all, Joe.
I know that. I also know that it's none of my business if anything did happen. Unless it has something to do with you not caring whether you live or die.
I just want to get out of here.
I see.
I want my freedom.
Without Laura.
I don't give a damn about Laura. I don't give a damn about anything but getting out of this cage.
Amy, sweetheart, don't you think you ought to get dressed for school?
No, I have plenty of time. Besides, you probably want some tea, huh?
No, I really don't, Amy. Not at all. Thank you very much, but no.
And I'm just so sure it's going to take you longer than usual to get ready today on account of your hair being such a mess and all.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course, yeah. And you know what? I bet it's going to take me a long time to get ready because I better go upstairs now.
Mm-hmm.
Nice seeing you, Rick.
You know she really does love you.
She'll never change.
Probably not. But I better, because I have work to do today, so you two can talk.
Sure.
I guess the water's still hot. Would you like a cup of tea, Dad?
No, really, honey, I don't care for tea at all.
Okay.
I'd like to find out how you are.
Oh.
Really?
I'm frustrated. I'm angry at the world, and mostly I'm angry at myself.
Well, you have changed this summer, haven't you?
Yeah, I did. But I blew it the minute I got back to this town.
With Lou?
I can just imagine what he must be feeling right now.
Well, do you have any plans for the day?
You mean, have I thought about seeing him?
Yes.
Yes, I have, but it's going to be awfully hard to get anything done with all those reporters and photographers around.
Well, they're not just going to go away.
No, of course not. This is a big, splashy story. The notorious Laura Weber Baldwin comes back to town with Luke Spencer, the runaway lovers. I hate reporters. I just hate them. They're going to expose my feelings for Luke in such a disgusting way.
You really do love him, don't you?
Oh, Dad. For the first time in my life, I know what love really is.
What about Scotty?
That was a way of proving to everyone that I'd grown up. I wanted Scotty for purely selfish reasons, Dad.
How about Luke?
He needs me. And I need him. And we believe in each other, and we trust each... We did trust each other. And we would have died for each other. Oh, Dad, I love him. And I betrayed him.
Laura, I can't tell you that he's going to understand.
Well, I know how I would have felt if he betrayed me.
And so you're ashamed of yourself.
More than I have ever been in my life. But not about anything that I did this summer. I will never be ashamed of my feelings for Luke. I love him. And I always will.